Well, good morning and welcome to the start of another backpack. 3 days to be precise, although day 3 is only going to be about 4 or 5 miles long because I've got commitments at the weekend. You find me in Castle Meadows near Abergavenny. I travelled to Abergavenny today by train using the South Wales Metro tap on tap off for £4.20. My route is going to take me into the post-industrial South Wales valleys. I'm going to leave Abergavenny and walk up the incline on the side of Blorange that was used to bring iron from Blanavon all the way down to the canal and thence to the world. I'm going to walk across to Mynydd James, Bedwelty Mountain, and eventually I'll find myself near the Bedwelty Pits area in the Sirhowy Valley, and my route will finish at Pontlottyn in the Rhymney Valley, and I'll take a train home from there. I hope you enjoy this journey that I put together in this wonderful spring sunshine. I soon left the hustle and bustle of Abergavenny behind and headed west and onto the steep incline and the remains of its stone sleepers.
And as I watched it from the shade, I realized this little bird liked being wild and unafraid.
At the top of the climb, I followed a level path around Blorange to the Punch Bowl. Here, a glacier had started its life, and now it's a peaceful spot to enjoy the views and water wildlife.
I see dresses in the sunshine, blowing on a clothesline, and everything is fine. And when I rest my head, I remember that you said, I'm gonna see in time, it'll all be fine.
I walked up the road to Fox Hunter Car Park, near where the famous Olympian horse is buried.
See it happening, but you just know what you know.
I then walked south along Mynydd James and descended to Cwmavon before climbing up to Varteg.
When I close my eyes, I see dresses in the sunshine, blowing on a clothesline, and everything is fine. And when I rest my head, I remember that you said, I'm gonna see in time, it'll all be fine. When I close my eyes, I see dresses in the sunshine, blowing on a clothesline, and everything is fine. When I rest my head, I remember that you said.
Then it was a very pleasant couple of miles to the Dogstone on Mynydd Varteg. This is the Dogstone, and it's a memorial to a red setter called Carlo, who was owned by H.M. Kennard, Esquire, of Crumlin Hall. His dog was accidentally shot on the 12th of August 1864 whilst they were grouse shooting.
Books on South African history and politics, including Winnie and Nelson, Portrait of a Marriage.
Well, this really is a rather nice spot. Top end of Bedwelty Mountain between Bedwelty and Mynydd James. And I must confess that I was told about this spot by my friend Jason. He was exploring this area and came across a couple of pitches up here. He said they'd be really good, and it's wonderful. And I'm just reflecting on today and my fitness levels really. This is my third backpack. Only 3-day backpacks, I know that. But anybody who goes backpacking knows that it takes a little while for you to get used to the extra weight on your back, for things to bed in. And today, I barely noticed my rucksack on my back. So I know that my fitness levels with regards to backpacking are building. Body's getting used to the extra weight. And it's great. So I feel really good about that. Walked on paths which I know so well, and I never tire of coming to these places. I love Blorange, I love Coiti Mountain, I love Mynydd Varteg where I was earlier. Made sure I stayed on the paths on Mynydd Varteg, never leave the paths on Mynydd Varteg. If you follow my footsteps, you get inspired to go up on Mynydd Varteg, never leave the paths. There are so many cracks on the mountain from the mining activity below that people can fall down them and get seriously hurt. In fact, many years ago, a dog fell down and could not be rescued. It went down so far. So the cracks are usually hidden in the heather or the long grass, and you just don't know they're there. And you can step onto a crack without knowing it's there, and you'll be straight down. So never leave the paths of Mynydd Varteg. That's my message from today. But for the moment, hot chocolate. I've listened to a short history of, this one was Nelson Mandela, which I really enjoyed, and I think I'll listen to another one this evening before I go to bed. I awoke to a glorious morning. Following a lazy start, I left camp and walked on to Mynydd James. Good morning, and good morning to day 2 on my 2 and a bit days backpack through the South Wales valleys. What a glorious day. Slept so well last night. I had about 10 hours kip. Absolutely fantastic. And now I'm descending from Mynydd James, and I'm going to head down towards Pontlottyn and climb back up onto Coiti Mountain, southern end, and eventually I'm going to drop down towards Six Bells. After that, I'm going to walk up towards Penafan Pond, up onto Cefn Moel, and then this evening drop down towards Bedwelty Pits, and I have an idea for a camp tonight. Let's enjoy this beautiful warm day. I walked through a wonderful copper beechwood with its tumbling streams. The balcony path above Pontlottyn was a delight, and the climb to Coiti easy. I enjoyed a second breakfast in the morning sun. Behind me stands a mining memorial called the Guardian, and he stands there with his arms outstretched looking after the town of Abergavenny. For on the 28th of June 1960, a disaster took place at the Six Bells Colliery and 45 men lost their lives. They will always be remembered via this memorial. From the memorial, I walk steeply uphill to Penafan Pond. It was built in 1794 as a feeder reservoir to the crumbling arm of the Monmouthshire and Brecon Canal. I left the ice cream delights at Penafan Pond, and when I reached Manmoyle was offered and given fresh water by a local man. The climb from Bedwelty Pits was tiring at the end of a hot day, but the reward was so worth the effort. I'm at the old winding wheel at Bedwelty Pits quarry. I don't actually know what it's for, if I'm honest, or when it was built. I suspect it was to do with the quarry which is behind me, and there's an incline going down the hill which I partially walked up on my way from Bedwelty Pits. But if you know anything about it, please let me know. Write them in the comments. I'd like to know if I may. Today it's been a warm day. Hey, no grumbling here. I've drunk over 4 litres, and I'm still drinking now. Just found a spring behind my camp spot here, so for the moment I'm just rehydrating my dinner. Tonight I've got an almond jalfrezi from Tent Meals, and well, I've already had my dessert. I'm so hungry today. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm usually pretty good with my food, but today I've been absolutely ravenous. I'll put my tent down just over there behind me. I'll leave it another 20 minutes, half an hour or so after I've had my dinner, and then settle in for the night. But it's a glorious evening, and there's a great view down the Sirhowy Valley behind me. Good morning, and good morning from day 3, a tiny day 3 on my 3-day backpack from Abergavenny to Pontlottyn. What a beautiful sunrise this morning above Bedwelty Pits, absolutely glorious. And now I'm going to find a way around the side of this hillside up onto Mynydd Bedwelty, down towards Abertwysog, and then down to Pontlottyn. There's not a lot in Pontlottyn, so I'll be getting the train and going straight home. The rest of this video is of little old me walking back towards Pontlottyn. I'd like to thank you if you've managed to sit through this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've certainly enjoyed doing the walk, and I always enjoy putting these videos together. Thanks ever so much. See you on the next one.